This week's video is going to focus more on 6 tips about moisture and length retention. So I find that fall and winter are the hardest months for me personally to keep my hair moisturized and to allow it to still grow on a regular basis. So I'm here with 6 tips that will hopefully help you throughout this school year, throughout the months of winter and fall to achieve your hair goals without having major setbacks. So I have a list here of 6 things, so if you see me, looking down at those are just my notes. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is protective styling. Now, protective styling can mean weaves, wigs, braids, crochet braids, Senegalese twists, whatever you want to do. But the type of protective styling I'm going to stick with is protective styling with your own hair. So, buns, bantu knots, twist outs, braids, whatever you want to do with your own hair that you can take out throughout the week. So for me, I know I like to twist my hair on a regular basis on, like, say the weekends, and then wear a twist out throughout the week. So that works the best for me just because I'm not having to pay somebody to do my hair. I don't have to keep the style in for weeks on end, and if I get tired of it, then what am I supposed to do? And it's fun to, have your hair out during winter time. So protective styling with your own hair, just to make sure that it's not rubbing all over your clothes, like your pretty sweaters and your jackets and stuff like that, so that it's not getting caught and tangled and your ends aren't fraying and splitting and you're losing moisture every time. So just making sure to keep your hair in a protective, some type of style throughout the fall and winter months is a really big, important tip. The second tip is moisture, moisture, moisture. So you want to make sure you're applying moisture to your hair. It is so important to moisturize your hair every single day of your life. Like, moisturizing your hair, well, not every single day, most times. Moisturizing your hair is the single most important thing that you could do for healthy hair. So when fall and winter comes, you have to make sure that you are paying extra special attention to the moisture that you're putting in your hair. So I have 2 methods that you can use to moisturize your hair. So the first method that you can use is the LCO method. The LCO method is leave-in, cream, and oil. So that's what I personally use compared to the LOC method or the lock method, which is leave-in, oil, creams. You want to have a leave-in conditioner, any kind of leave-in conditioner, whatever kind of leave-in conditioner you currently use, whatever it is, you need a leave-in conditioner. Also need an oil, so coconut oil, jojoba oil, Jamaican black castor oil. I actually don't recommend Jamaican black castor oil for that, there's somebody walking. I don't actually recommend Jamaican black castor oil for that unless you have it mixed with another scent, just because it smells really terrible. And so you could use that like when you're taking your protective style down, but use like coconut oil or grapeseed oil, any oil that you want basically. And then you want to have a cream. So cream can be like that Lotta Body cream stuff that they have, As I Am, double buttercream. There's just a lot of creams that you can use, but you have to really pay attention if it's a cream or not, because some will say it's like a cream and it's not. You want a creamy consistency. I'm actually going to show you some products that you can use for, okay, I have my products. So for a leave-in conditioner, an example of a leave-in conditioner you could use the Shea Moisture Strengthen, Grow, and Restore Leave-In Conditioner with Jamaican Black Castor Oil. This stuff is like butter for your hair. It's so great. I use it all the time. 10 out of 10 recommendation. This is the bonus size, but it lied. It's normally 16 ounces. This bonus size is 16 ounces. And it's just an awesome line, an awesome brand, and I totally recommend this leave-in conditioner if you're looking for one that's a nice consistency and isn't going to weigh down your hair and you need a lot of moisture for fall and winter. So this is what the front looks like. Okay, then the next step of my personal regimen is the cream, and this is the double buttercream, and here's a little price tag. That's $14.99. Yes, it is very expensive. This is like $8? $7 or $8, but this is really expensive. It's a double buttercream from As I Am, Rich Daily Moisturization. Now, I don't use this every day just because, one, the bottle is super small. Like, my hands are not that big, and okay, so this is what, and I'll show you what the leave-in conditioner looks like. This is what the inside of it looks like. It's really thick and creamy. It has a really nice consistency. It's like a whipped butter. butter, basically. And this is what the inside of the leave-in conditioner looks like. Now, a lot of leave-in conditioners will be more runny than this one. This one just doesn't happen to be very runny, but just so you know, that's what they're consistent. And then we have coconut oil. This is actually an old jar of coconut oil that, like, I had like a couple months ago, and I used all of the rest that was in here. So now we have like this big jug of coconut oil that you can get at Sam's Club for like $20 compared to going to the store and buying this size jar of coconut oil for like $15. So go to Sam's Club. That's the oil part of your regimen. Then for a sealant, or you want your hair to be extra moisturized, like I put some of this on this morning, Jamaican black castor oil is where it's at. This stuff smells disgusting. It smells like a trash can ate like eggs or something. It smells so gross. This is Jamaican black castor oil. This is from I believe our local beauty supply, but you can always find it at like Sally's or your local beauty supply. I'm almost positive they have this. I used to use this, but like with infusions of rosemary, I think, and it didn't smell nearly as bad, but I want to take it out because it's so good, but it's nasty. And this is what the inside looks like. So you can add that to the ends of your twists, braids, you know, massage it on your scalp, everything. Those are products that you can use for the LCO method. My recommendations for people with hair texture similar to mine, or you're trying to do a style or something like that, those provide the best hold without any gel, nothing. It's great. 3 is going back with the products here. If you're a product junkie, you need to get it together. Find a couple of leave-in conditioners you like, a couple of creams you like, and a couple of oils you like, because you need to have a balance of each. You need to have stuff that works for you. You need to have gels that aren't crunchy and drying, and, you know, alcohol. You need to make sure that there's mousses if you use those without alcohol. Make sure you have creams, leave-ins, you know, all of that stuff stocked up so that in the middle of fall and winter, you're not sitting around stuck like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to use on my hair? Oh my gosh, this isn't working. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Natural product lines. So Cantu is a great one. Shea Moisture is a great one. As I Am, great one. Curls, Cantu, things like that where they're like natural based products, like even Aussie Moist Conditioner. Make sure you stock up on that stuff so that you're not sitting wondering what to do. Number 4, so the sealing process is very important. You have to seal your hair, especially if you're doing a protective style, or even if you're just wearing your hair out. That's why I personally do the LCO method, because then you're ending with the oil, and the oil helps to seal all that moisture into your strands, helps to block away anything that's trying to get into your strands, and it makes the humidity stay at bay. So that's why ending with Jamaican black castor oil or coconut oil is really great, because then, you know, you're allowing your hair to kind of seal itself off from the outside world, and that will also help you dealing with split ends, breakage, fairy knots, you know, a whole lot of stuff. It'll help tremendously, just so that you can have a good time. Okay? Stop playing in your hair. I am someone who plays in their hair all the time, and I have had to stop playing in my hair because I was noticing that, you know, oh my gosh, I'm playing in my hair, oh my gosh, it's so much fun, and the hair was coming out in my hands. Like, you have to stop playing in your hair, especially in the fall and winter. If you're playing in your hair and you have a nice sweater on, and, you know, it's really cute and fun and all this stuff, and it's wool and just scratchy, if you're playing in your hair and you're rubbing your hair against that, it's not going to be a fun time. The only time that you should be doing your hair or playing in your hair or combing your hair is when A, you have a cotton t-shirt on, or B, when you're washing your hair like in the shower or something like that. Don't play in your hair. Putting more stress and manipulation on your hair is not fun. It's not cool to deal with, and you're going to regret it in the long run when parts of your hair are coming out, or it's shedding like crazy, or your ends are just ugh. So don't play in your hair. And last but not least, tip number 6 are to do updos. Updos are so much fun. I literally live for updos because I don't like wearing my hair down all the time. Wearing your hair down can be really stressful anyway, like especially if you play sports, or, you know, you're even in school, you know, trying to focus on stuff. You know, nobody wants to wear their hair down all the time. So focusing on ponytails, buns, bantu knots, so space buns. You know, we did a whole buns video if you want to check that out. It's really cute. Keeping your hair up and out of your face will, one, help you to stop playing in it. Two, it will help your ends to stay nice and clean and you don't have to trim them all the time. Three, you'll be able to keep your style a lot longer and your hair will thank you for it, because that's like another protective style, like tip number one. So doing updos like buns, ponytails, even like a bang in the front like I kind of have rocking here, that's fine. You know, make sure that it's not something that's like laying on your clothes and stuff though, just because in the winter we do tend to wear jackets and, you know, scarves and everything like that. So when your hair is rubbing against that, trust me, your hair is gonna look like this. The ends, yeah. You think I'm what? Okay, that's all of the tips that I have for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. Hopefully I will have some new videos coming up. And here's a little disclaimer, school is starting very soon, like within like the next week. So if I'm not posting consistently, I'm very sorry, but school always comes first. Apologize in advance. But I have been pretty consistent so far, so hopefully I can continue that consistency and give you a new video every week. I'm gonna try to film like 8 more videos today, so thank you for watching. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and click the link to check out my last video. Thanks, bye.